Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. This morning we're getting a Gleaner ready. We're getting a 4955 ready. I just grabbed me a grease gun, put a tube of grease in it. I'm gonna go out and grease my rolls in my 1063 head because that is a needle bearing roll head. It's not the water pump bearings. So I gotta grease it every day. You guys that run them knew how that was. So Dad strength's out putting fuel in the 4955. We are down to our last field of corn. We're gonna get over there this morning. We're gonna get the corner of the the intersection of the road on the corner. We picked that off, and that's where we park the trucks. It might be a hair tough yet. We're gonna get out there to the field. We're gonna pick that corner off and see how it goes. So we are down to the last. Harvest is unfortunately coming to an end, but I'm kind of happy about it because I got projects like the MC back there I want to get back on. Got the 720 over in the new part of the shop. I want to get back on that, get it together. So, and then we got Project Dirty Peter we got to get back in here. So we got a lot of stuff upcoming for the channel. So, and plus we're going to finish out the new part of the shop, so we'll have our office, our break room, and we'll have our parts storage. So a lot of this stuff that's in the shop right now will end up on that side in the storage area, which will give us a lot more shop space. Our shop is 36 by 48 by 14, and there's a lot of just clutter in the floor area. So if we can get that clutter out of here and into the parts side, we'll have a lot more shop space, a lot more room for activities. Here in the next year or two, we want to add another 60 by 60 onto the back and be able to slide them doors open and have another 60 foot of shop, 60 foot wide, 20 foot tall, so that we can do all of our undercarriage work inside on the excavators and be able to pick the booms and sticks up and be able to move them around in there, be able to rear them up, pick them up, be able to change tracks and stuff using the power of the machine. So anyways, I'm gonna get out there, grease my head, and we're gonna get started this morning and see how far we can get today and see if we can whittle that down to just maybe 20 acres left for tomorrow. So I know a lot of you guys kind of just watch me just for the farming side of things, but I think if you guys stick with me, you'll be very interested in what's up and coming for the channel. So been thinking about buying a drone so we can get some views from the air. So that's kind of exciting, I think, because I think a lot of this stuff, if we get an overhead view, will be way more exciting. So anyways, let's get started today. Well, we got the Gleaner over to the next farm, and actually it's only about 1.25 miles from the shop, so it's not very far away. It's one of our closer farms to the shop. Hey, there's a squirrel in that tree. There's my prophet climbing up the tree. So anyways, we got the Gleaner over there, got the corner picked off, and it's still a little bit tough, so we're gonna wait just a little bit. So we're gonna get the 49 and the cart moved over there, and the 1660 needs taken over there. So by the time we get those moved and we get the peat unloaded, because it's still sitting there loaded from Friday, Dad took the blue Kenworth already. By the time we get those dumped, it should be time to go. The sun's out, there's a little bit of breeze, so it's gonna make conditions change pretty quick. So I'm gonna get to the field, get this there, and then head back and get to 1660. Got a greasy unloading auger on it. It's getting a little stiff. It's all brand new, so it don't take much for it to get dirt in it, and it gets it stiff. So when we were picking a little bit of down corn, and there's some roots going in, and that little bit of dirt ends up getting in the turret of the auger, and it's just enough that it'll make it stiff. So when they're wore a little bit more than that one is, that don't happen as easy. So But we'll get her greased up and get her working good again. So. Got it greased up and working a little better. Let's see if it comes all the way back to its cradle now. That should be good. It'll bounce back in there. So I think this is fixed. So we're going to grease the rest of the combine now. Well, we got all the equipment moved. Got one truck back now. So I'm going to start picking with the 60 for a while. It's because I haven't run it much this year. I like running it too. So we'll pick with it for a while until Dad gets back with the other semi, and then I'll give it back to him. So I'm going to finish breaking this field in. Kind of a little weird spot right here. It used to be a house and stuff sitting here, and the trees have sentimental value, so they're just left. So we just farm around them. So which is no big deal. So it kind of makes for some weird inrows, but I mean, at least it's not ground going to waste. So makes a good place to park all the equipment when we get started on this farm. So I'm gonna get all these inrows picked off and get this field broke in, and we'll really get at it and get some corn shelled today. So we got this part of the field all opened up. So I'm just gonna real quick pick this high sand off right here that kind of really suffered from the drought that we had in August. So the ear size is kind of small, and since the 1063 on the 1660, the stripper plates are a little tighter than the ones on my 1063 on the L2. I'm just going to use the 1660 to pick it off real quick, because once we get this higher spot picked off and we get farther over, it goes from sand to good black soil, and I've got some a lot better ear size over there. So I just figured, well, Dad's still at the elevator, the combine was sitting there, so I just decided to use it. That way we know that we're getting all the ears, we're not losing anything through the stripper plates. I mean, it's not a huge difference. It's probably, they're probably, maybe a 1/4 inch narrower than the ones on the L2, but it's just enough just to make a little bit of difference. So that's why I decided just to grab this combine and do it real quick. So the goal is to get everything we can get. So need to get some newer heads with hydraulic stripper plates, or put the hydraulic stripper plate kits on these heads. So that's something to look into, I think. So we're gonna get this picked off, and we'll get over into the better ground, and we'll get some video over there where the corn's real nice. Really nice over there from what I can see. Now I'm back in the old Gleaner. Dad got back from the elevator, so I started picking with the Gleaner again. Had a corn cob knock the belt off that runs the elevators on the 1660. So had to stop and put that back on. And when that happened, Dad was here, so I said, well, I'll go back to the Gleaner and you can have this one, and I'll go over the ditch on the other side of the farm and start breaking that field in. So that's what I'm working on now. So actually, this farm was my other great-grandpa's on my mom's side. Kind of cool to farm this one too. My grandpa Ed and my great-grandpa farmed this one together, and now it belongs to my grandpa Ed's brother, which is my Uncle Steve. So they all farmed it together at one time, so it's kind of cool to be back, be on this family farm too. Kind of fortunate to have both of great-grandpa's farms. I got my great-grandpa on the Shannon side, and I got my great-grandpa on the Fisher side, so pretty cool. So we're gonna get over there into the other big field and get that one all broke in, and hopefully we don't find any wet spots. This farm down in the muck has 3 spots that are pretty treacherous. when it's wet, but I don't think it's wet enough, being the dry summer that we had. I don't think we're going to have any trouble. Plus, we got the old Gleaner. She'll walk on water. So, I'm going to go over there and, I guess you could say, test the waters. Test the mud holes. I don't know. So, we did haul some sand off the one ditch bank and fix the one spot. And, so far, it's been pretty good. It was good last year. So, we didn't actually get stuck out here last year. So, but anyways, get over here and get across this crossing between the trees here and get this side all broke in. And actually, my auger's acting like good today. I looked at it. It looks like the balls popped back in the groove where they belong. So I don't know what's going on with that. But once I get this all broke in, I'm going to leave it out the rest of the time so that we don't have to worry about a risk of the auger falling off, because I don't really have time to, or I shouldn't say I don't have time to do it. I don't want to mess with it. We're just about done with harvest, and once we're done with harvest, then I'll mess with it. So let's get back at it. Now, as you can see, once you get off them sand rows up there along the road, corn definitely changes. It's a lot better down here, and this is on the ends. I can't wait to get out in the middle of the field. This is right up on the ditch bank. So as you can see, it's all beautiful corn. It's been beautiful all summer. So, and it stays fairly moist in this field all summer long. So hopefully, with the dry spell we had, hopefully it stayed fairly moist. We'll see. But so far, the ears that are coming in the head look real nice. I really want to get a yield monitor for this combine or the other one. I think that's going to be before next fall's goal, is to get a yield monitor. I've seen some that you use an iPad with. You just plug them into your iPad in the combine, and they're supposed to be a fairly reasonable price. So I was going to look into one of them, or see if maybe I could get one to review on my channel. So see if maybe work out a deal or get a discount on one if I review it on my channel. We'll see what happens. Well, Mom just dropped off lunch. Let's see what it is today. Oh yeah, homemade cheeseburgers, my favorite. And it's that time of year again. Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes. I love these things. It's freaking sweet. Hopefully they bring out the gingerbread boys too soon. Oh, and I got something else in my bag. Got me a Twinkie. Remember when they quit making these and people freaked out and you couldn't buy a box of Twinkies? I'm glad they brought them back, because I love Twinkies. So I'm going to eat real quick and we're going to get back at it. I got all the ends picked off over there, so now I'm going to go along the ditch and then come out over here and pick the ends off that end of the field. So we have followed our rules of picking corn along a muck ditch. We've got step one. We picked off 12 rows so that we can get the grain cart or a tractor to pull the combine out to the combine without running corn over. And step two, we pinched seat cushion with butt cheeks, and now we're hanging on for the ride. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't get stuck. We shouldn't. I don't think anyways. But there are some muskrat holes along here to contend with. There is quite a bit of vegetation on this ditch bank, so it is a lot better than the one that we got stuck in a few weeks ago. But still, you never know when you might get stuck. So hang on for the ride. And we're done. We made it. Everything's good. Combine's still sitting upright. We can keep picking corn. Well, I thought today was going to be boring, but it just got eventful. If you guys have been following my channel, we talked about putting a poly floor auger trough in the 1063 head on the 1660. Well, Dad Strength and I patched the holes that were in the floor, and everything was fine. It's been running all this time, no problems. Well, all of a sudden, it ripped a hole in the floor that you could probably drop a basketball through. So luckily, we have the poly auger trough kit at the shop. It came in the mail. It's been there for about a week or so now. So I'm gonna finish filling the peat with the Gleaner, and Dad's gonna run the 1660 back to the shop, and he's gonna start cleaning the head all off. And after I get that truck full, we're all gonna jump on it, and we're gonna throw that poly auger trough kit in and fix the head. So this video turned out to be it's gonna be pretty good. So we'll be able to show you how to put a poly auger trough kit in and show you how they work. So I'm gonna take the Gleaner now. I gotta pick probably 2 more hoppers and I'll have that truck full. So we'll get this done and we'll head back to the shop. Well, we decided that we were going to finish picking corn this afternoon with the Gleaner. Dad took the 1660 back to the shop, and he came back, got the peat that I had full. He's gonna go dump it. So I'm gonna pick the Kenworth full, and then the grain cart, probably fill the peat again because it's already 4 o'clock and the elevator closes at 4:30, so Dad won't have time to take Kenworth back. So we're just gonna finish out the day with the old Gleaner and then go back to the shop tonight and put that poly trough kit in. So I think I'm just going to end this episode right here, and we'll do a whole new episode on putting that poly trough kit in, because it'll probably be a pretty long video in itself. They're not hard to do, just a little bit time consuming. So we're going to pull the auger out of the head, and you don't have to. The one that we done before, you didn't have to, but it just made it easier if you did. So we're just going to go ahead and pull it out. So we're going to get finished up here tonight and head back to the shop and get that kit put in. And then we'll be able to run 2 combines again tomorrow. Really, I suppose we could take the in-row divider off the 1083 that needs the poly kit, throw it on the 1080 or the 1063 that needs the poly kit, take the row divider off of it and put it back on the old 1083 and put it on the 1660, and we could do that because that's already got a poly kit in the floor. So, and that's really all we've taken off that head this year is that in row divider. So it could be ran, really, just have to grease it. But anyway, so if you like this episode of Dirt Green Steel, give me a like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one. It just dawned on me. This is the first time that the Gleaner stayed running. The 60's been down. Kind of funny. So, anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Be looking forward to the poly kit video. Putting a poly auger trough in a case corn head. Be looking forward to it. It's coming.